My entitled daughter got a tattoo behind my back and refused to apologize, so I sold the car that I bought her and now she won't talk to me. I raised my daughter to be an angel in the making, and up until this event, she was literally perfect. When she was little, she was scouted to work as a child actress in commercials. The money she made from that basically became her college fund, and I never had to contribute a dollar. But she didn't stop there. She worked hard and got really good grades, and all the teachers would praise her for her good behavior. She would also help out with chores at the house. I would tell her to clean the dishes or mow the lawn, and she would make sure to do it on time. When she entered high school, she told me that she wanted to buy her dream car before entering college, and got a job so she could start saving money. While working there, she met her current boyfriend. I never had a problem with this because I had met him before, and knew that he had good character. However, a few months after that, she came up to me and said she wanted to get matching tattoos with her boyfriend. I immediately denied that notion because there is no way I'm letting my sweet daughter stain her body with ink at such a young age. She argued that it was just a small star on her ankle, and no one would even see it. But it wasn't a matter of seeing it or not, it was a matter of integrity. I told her that she is never getting a tattoo, and that's final. Luckily, the values I had instilled in our daughter held strong, and she dropped the topic. I urged her to focus on school and saving money for her car, because I had a surprise gift planned for her in the near future. After a couple of years, she managed to save up half the money required for her dream car. She was very disheartened because she wouldn't be able to afford the car before college began, and would have to keep working. But little did she know, I was about to make her day. I took the money she had, saved and doubled it by matching the amount with my own money, and went to the dealership. The next day, I greeted her with the keys to her dream car, and she was ecstatic. She thanked me for hours and said she loved the car. This was actually just weeks before her 18th birthday, so I guess it also counted as her birthday gift. I thought she would be grateful and perhaps even do something in return, but never did I imagine that my daughter had the capability to deceive me. On her 18th birthday, she went out in the morning and returned in the evening. I was understandably worried and asked her where she had been. Without missing a bet, she goes, "Oh, I was just getting that tattoo that I told you about. I'm an adult now, it's my body, and I paid for it with my own money, so there shouldn't be a problem." I was absolutely livid. This was the first time my daughter had gone against my wishes, and ended up doing something horrible to her body. I asked her why she didn't ask for permission, but she kept repeating that she was an adult now. But after looking at the horrific tattoo on her ankle, I couldn't just keep quiet. I told her that as long as she's under my roof, she is going to follow my rules. Now, while the tattoo was permanent and the damage was already done, it doesn't mean that she can't reform herself. I told her that she needed to apologize to me for violating my trust, and then break up with her boyfriend. I knew that my daughter on her own would never get an idea like this, so she was clearly being manipulated, and I wanted her to be free. But to my absolute shock, she refused to do any of it. She claimed that she's leaving for college in 2 weeks and won't be under my roof anymore, so I can't force her. At that moment, I realized that I had neglected punishing my daughter throughout her childhood, and it had led me to this. No matter how hard I tried, she wouldn't realize how badly she had messed up by tattooing her body. So I needed to, for the first time in her life, punish her properly. I looked out the window and saw her car, which gave me the perfect opportunity. I had put up 50% of the money for it, and technically I was the one who bought it from the dealership, so I figured I had ownership over it. I called the guy I had bought it from, and asked if I could return it. I would only get 90% of the money back, but I agreed. The next day, a tow truck showed up at our house and began taking the car away. It was at this point that my daughter realized what was going on, and rushed outside to stop the truck, but I ran after her and explained that this was her punishment for lying to me and deceiving me. She yelled, "This is my dream car. You can't do this. Please, give it back to me." She even went as far as to stand in the way of the truck, but her begging me while feeling the consequences of her actions was irrelevant. I slipped $100 into the pocket of the driver, and told him to take off after dragging my daughter away from the road. She just started sobbing and fell on her knees. I felt bad for her, but this was a necessary action. I told her that I'll give her money back and went back inside. The thing that confuses me is that ever since then, my daughter has refused to talk to me. In fact, she doesn't even acknowledge my presence around the house. I did give her money back, so she technically didn't even lose anything. But I think that she needs to realize on her own that this could have been prevented if she just apologized properly and listened to me, instead of making a scene.